Earlier today, I was thinking about a time when discipline felt almost impossible for me. I knew I should wake up early, but I'd hit the snooze button until the last minute, rolling out of bed only when I absolutely had to. I told myself I'd start reading or go for daily runs, all that fun stuff, but I couldn't make them stick. And don't get me started on how many times I couldn't manage a decent no fap streak. But what made it so frustrating is that I actually wanted to change. I was fully aware of the benefits I'd have if I could change. I'd have more focus, better energy, and a healthier mindset. Yet there I was, wasting hours on Netflix and social media, procrastinating like it was my only job. The worst part was that every failed attempt at discipline chipped away at my self-trust. Over time, that nagging sense of I can't do this took a serious toll on my mental health. It's like being stuck in a constant loop of I want to do better, but I keep failing. So I trust myself even less, which then kills my motivation and so on. Listen, without discipline, you remain stuck, plain and simple. If you never consistently follow through on your efforts, you would change your life. And because of that, your ideal future you daydream about, when you're healthy, you're productive, and you're proud of yourself, it ends up staying a fantasy. In short, I was living proof that a lack of discipline equals a life in limbo. Now, especially in the last 2-3 years, we see a lot of these alpha male or productivity guru types telling us we need more discipline. They make it look straightforward. Wake up at 5 a.m, crush it in the gym, do a cold shower, read a book a week, hustle 24/7, rinse and repeat. I'm sure that might work for them. But for most of us, that advice can feel intimidating or even demoralizing. It's like they're saying, you're just not trying hard enough. Meanwhile, they're flashing their 6-figure lifestyles or one physiques. And for me, and maybe for you, it only made me feel more hopeless when I couldn't instantly replicate their routines. It's easy to believe if I fail at discipline, I must be lazy or weak. I'm a brokey. That mindset plummets your self-esteem further, reinforcing the very cycle that keeps you from being disciplined. Ironically, the more you compare yourself to these super disciplined role models, the more you might beat yourself up, which tanks your motivation even more. But I learned something crucial. Those people didn't reach discipline nirvana by sheer willpower alone, because willpower is a finite resource. It's like a muscle that gets tired the more you use it. We can't always use brute force our way through every temptation or distraction. Eventually we'll crave and then we're back to square one. So if brute force willpower is limited, how do some people display that near effortless discipline day in and day out? The answer lies in their mental programming. Over time, they've reworked their subconscious mind so that certain tasks, exercises, studying, waking up early become default behaviors. They don't wrestle with themselves to go for a run, they just go. Think about tying your shoes. You don't stop to question every step of the process. Your brain has it locked in as an automatic routine. And the same can be done for going to the gym or cutting down on screen time. When these actions become a part of your identity, part of your deeper wiring, you don't need to burn willpower to do them. And that's a massive shift from seeing discipline as a fight to seeing it as your normal state. Also, once these habits run autopilot, you still have a reservoir of willpower for unexpected challenges. Instead of using your mental energy to stop yourself from binge scrolling on TikTok, you can use it for something bigger, like preparing for a tough exam or pushing through a major project at work. Let's talk about an issue that often sabotages discipline: Your reasons for doing the thing might be too weak or too short-sighted. Of course, you can say, I want to be successful or I want to lose weight. But your brain can easily point out that you could have instant gratification right now by doing something else, like playing games or yamming some cookies. Your brain typically chooses the path of least resistance. And if your real motive is just I want to look better for the beach, it might be overshadowed by the immediate comfort of Netflix and pizza. But how do you fix that? You dig deeper. You ask yourself why? Really why? Until you uncover a reason so strong it tugs at your heart. Maybe you realize you need to get fit because you want to be around for your kids, or avoid a health scare that runs in your family. Maybe you must earn more money to retire a struggling parent or to just skip. Maybe you must earn more money to retire a struggling parent or escape a painful living situation. Now your reasons carry more emotional weight. Consider it as mental rocket fuel, because once your brain sees a direct link between your daily habits and that vital emotional payoff, like protecting loved ones or transforming your future, it reprograms your urges. Suddenly, skipping the gym or wasting hours online conflicts with a deeper rooted mission. That's far more compelling than I should probably do push-ups because that's what successful people do. Sometimes it also helps to have a fear-based motivation, or what we might call your anti-reason. Paint a picture of the consequence if you don't become disciplined. Could you remain stuck in a meaningless job for years? Risk losing relationships because you can never handle your temper or your finances? Miss out on life experiences because you're too unfit or unconfident to participate? For a lot of us, the idea of I can do this or a dreadful outcome will happen can be even more motivating than chasing a dream. If you imagine letting your family down or never escaping your rut, that sense of dread could push you to do the tough tasks. It's like a mouse that runs faster when a cat is chasing it than when it's just strolling towards some cheese. So how do we reprogram our minds to make discipline a second nature? Clarify your big why and your anti-reason. Spend time reflecting on why you need discipline. Go beyond I want to be rich or I want to be fit. Dig until you hit something deeply personal and emotionally charged. Also, imagine the direst scenario if you never get disciplined, and let that really sink in. Reinforce identity shifts as you push yourself to wake up earlier, go to the gym, or skip junk food. Say to yourself, I'm the kind of person who does X, Y, Z. Over time, these repeated statements plus your consistent actions begin to shape a self-image. Instead of forcing yourself to do something foreign, you're just doing what's natural to your new identity. And start with small wins. If you try to completely 360 your life in one day, you might get overwhelmed and stop. So pick one, maybe two keystone habits that create positive ripple effects. Maybe it's a strict bedtime or a morning routine or making your bed every day. And as you collect evidence that you can keep your promise to yourself, your self-trust grows, more discipline flows, and from that self-trust, it creates an upward spiral. Use mindfulness to manage urges. When you feel an urge like reaching for your phone or skipping a workout, take a second. Notice that feeling without instantly acting on it. Take a moment of reflection to say, what if I cave in? What do I gain from staying the course? Once you align your habits with your deeper reasons, discipline stops being about force. You won't spend all day chanting motivational phrases in your head just to stay off social media. Instead, you'll rewire your habits and environment so that the discipline you need is basically your new normal. And because you save your willpower for genuine emergencies like an unexpected crisis, or a day when you're emotionally tired. You don't burn out from trying to fight yourself at every turn. Imagine a day where skipping the gym feels as weird as skipping a shower. That's where you want to be. Of course, it's going to take time. Reprogramming your mind is a marathon, it's not a sprint. Please don't be discouraged if you slip up. Just like any skill, it's about repetition and gradual improvement, which is why I say don't implement 5 different habits in one morning. If you used to watch 3 hours of YouTube nightly, aim to cut it down to 2 and then 1. Each step combined with a powerful why moves you closer to your identity as a disciplined person. Also remember, real transformations often happen quietly. You might not see dramatic results in the first week, but trust the process. Keep your reasons front and center. Keep forging a new identity, and watch how your day-to-day struggles transform into second nature habits over time. We often think that the biggest barrier between us and our goals is lack of skill, money, or opportunity. But time and time again, it comes down to discipline. Our ability to consistently do the tasks that lead to the life we want. The trick is understanding that discipline isn't just about forcing ourselves to do what we hate. It's about reprogramming our minds so that these disciplined choices align with who we see ourselves as, and with the deep emotional reasons behind them. If you're stuck in a cycle of, I want to, but I can't make myself do it, step back and check your why. And if you're truly connecting your daily habits to something that hits you in the gut, if not, it's time to do some digging. Once you do, and once your subconscious goes, oh, this is why it matters, the discipline you admire in others can become your everyday routine. I hope something of what I said resonated with you. All I really want to say is, I believe in you. You got this. And I can't wait to meet you on the top. Peace.